Hi, Michael Albor here. I'm a Matrix Artistic Director, and I'm here and I get to do this beautiful braid on my client here, Abby. And she had some amazing extensions. They're seamless tape-in extensions placed in her hair. She's going to a big event soon. And so the cool thing about it is, number one is Abby's hair is really just about this long. So the rest of this is extensions. The thing that I also love about these extensions is Abby really wanted to lighten her hair up a little bit. And so the thing that we were able to do with the HairClub extensions is also throw in some lighter pieces of hair that blend in seamlessly within her own hair color, which is this lighter brown color here. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a smoothing brush and I'm gonna actually brush all of her hair over. And you can see as I brush how great and seamless those extensions are. And then right down here by her ear, that's where I'm gonna start my braid. As I work, anytime I'm braiding, I use something called Overachiever. It's a styling product created by Matrix. And what it does is it gives me slip, grip, and some shine as I'm moving along with my braid. Grip is really important anytime that I'm using a braiding technique. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of my Overachiever, I'm gonna put it right on my hand here so that as I braid, I can keep grabbing some of it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush all the hair over to the side. I'm gonna take a diagonal section right from the front of the hairline, and I'm gonna take that hair, I'm gonna divide it into 3 sections. I'm gonna go right over left, and then left over right, and then I can see 3 fingers. I always like to braid hair within 3 fingers so I can kind of see exactly where I'm going as I go around the head. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another section from the hairline and I'm gonna place that section right into the middle, and then I'm gonna go left over right and right over left, and then keep adding in the middle. So I can always see where I'm going, adding hair right from the hairline into the middle and right across the front of her head. Then every once in a while, I wanna make sure that I add my Overachiever because that's what's gonna keep the separation within my braid. So again, adding right to the middle, and then left over right, right over left, and then I can see my first 3 fingers, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, pull another piece, always to the middle, left over right, right over left, and keep going right across, almost like creating this little bit of a hairband right across the front of her head. So we're gonna keep going, adding some of my Overachiever in there, left over right, right over left, always adding to the middle. I'm gonna keep going down, all the way to the other side. And again, I need to make sure that I'm constantly adding a little bit of the Overachiever because that's what's gonna keep all the pretty separation of our braid. So now when I get to this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn her head around and I'm gonna start grabbing hair, sections of hair, just off the surface of the top. So the first thing that I wanna do is just brush all of this hair underneath with a smoothing brush. And then I'm just gonna start taking little pieces of hair right off the surface of the brushed hair, and I'm gonna just start braiding that into my braid. Always just taking a little small piece, adding it to that middle, and then crossing over my braid. As I go down, it's almost at a 45-degree angle that I'm going to the other side of her head. Just continually grabbing little pieces off the surface of her head and going at that same angle. And it easily kind of gets up all of this hair. And then right by the ear, I'm gonna make sure that I get all of that hair in the inside. And then what I'm gonna do is take my brush, brush that underneath one more time. And then I'm gonna go the opposite way at 45 degrees. So I'm gonna start grabbing hair, adding to the middle, grabbing the hair right on the surface, and going 45 degrees down the other direction. And then as we see in here, we're not gonna have as much hair to grab going back the other direction. But it easily gathers up all the hair and holds it, especially around the hairline, so that we have this soft, kind of easy braid. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of this hair, take a clear elastic band, and just tie it on the ends of her hair. And then I'm gonna take something called Frizz Control by Raw, just to kind of give it a little spritz to keep the hair from frizzing up all night long, and just kind of zhuzh this little hair at the bottom and kind of just push-pull it, just to soften it. And there we have our 3-strand braid that's gonna be down. It's a down style, and it gives it this little bit of style that makes it a little bit elegant.